Summer months are coming, which means a lot of summer fun. But unfortunately, that same time period, we sometimes see a spike in crime. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you need to defend yourself, Tony Ursoni is live at the Maryland Athletic Club in Harbor East to talk about some self-defense tips for our hometown hotspot. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm great. All right. So you hope you never find yourself in these kind of situations. Sometimes you do. What are some basics people need to know?
Some basics of what I'm going to do is show you with Derek here is stay off your cell phone. If you're on the street walking down, sitting there typing on Facebook, checking up your statuses, somebody can come up easily, grab your phone, run away with it. Or they can come up, assault you, same thing. So we always want to keep situationally aware. Now here at the Maryland Athletic Club, we try to help your body get right so that your mind isn't fatigued by the time you have something happen to you.
When do you know, Tony, whether you should try to defend yourself or when you know, just try to run away? That's probably your better bet.
Run away is definitely the better bet. You never want to get in a confrontation with somebody that you don't know what they have. They could have a knife, they could have a gun. No matter what, you want to just be able to get away from that. So if you could drop what you have, run away, that's excellent. So you know that's why we exercise, so we're not fatigued when that situation comes along.
Absolutely. All right. And how easy or difficult is it to learn some of these techniques? Because you know, a lot of people would like to put it into use if they felt themselves in jeopardy.
Oh, self-defense techniques are really easy. All you have to do is keep situationally aware. Be aware of your surroundings. If you come around to a corner, make sure that you're not hugging the side of the wall, and also make sure that you are able to run away. If you're eating a jelly donut and walking around all out of breath, you might not be able to defend yourself at that time.
Got it. Got it. All right, Tony, we're going to check in with you guys throughout the morning to get more tips. This is great information for people to have. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, for more information on self-defense classes at the Maryland Athletic Club, log on to foxbaltimore.com/more. Well, coming up, with temperatures soaring, so does crime sometimes. Find out ways to protect yourself if you're ever attacked.
And the only protection you need is from the UV rays. Lots of sunshine out there today. Comfortable temperatures, though, getting up to 80 degrees for the high. There is a front that's threatening to bring us some thunderstorms this weekend. I'll tell you when that might be next on Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning.
Up next, with temperatures soaring, sometimes that means crime does also. Find ways to protect yourself if you're ever attacked.
Is cooked.
And up next, Congressman Anthony Weiner's name is a gold mine when it comes to jokes, as you can imagine. Find out some of the jabs being made. 7:50 is the time. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning. Up. Have you ever found yourself in a threatening situation, but you weren't quite sure how to protect yourself? Well, we've got some self-defense tips for you in this morning's hometown hotspot. Vinny Faust with the Maryland Athletic Club in Harbor East joins us this morning. Good morning, Vinny.
Good morning, Patrice. How you doing?
I'm doing well. All right. So unfortunately, people do find themselves in these situations sometimes, and a lot of times we don't know how to react. What do you suggest?
I suggest, number one, that you make sure that you maintain a high fitness level, because the level of your fitness largely helps in how you're able to endure and escape out of these threatening situations.
All right. So that's first and foremost, stay fit. But then if you want to learn some of the moves to use in self-defense, you all offer these kind of classes?
Yes, we do. We have several classes here at the Maryland Athletic Club. My class in one called Smackdown, which is a combination of boxing and kickboxing. And we also have a boot camp class offered by Tony Ursoni.
Okay.
That also teaches self-defense tactics.
All right, Vinny, give me one of the basic moves. Show me something that someone can do if they find themselves in a tight spot.
All right, I'll give you a basic move. Attackers may approach you from behind with a bear hug, which is Derek's going to do right now. All right, and once they grab you right here, all right, what you want to do is try to strike in a quick and explosive movement and just drop and lower your body away from the grip, and then you can escape and run to a crowded area, ask for help, police station, you know, whatever is
All
around
right.
in your environment.
Well, you didn't even have to fight back. You just had to drop and try and get out of there. All right. Thank you so much. This is good tips. We're going to continue to check in with you guys throughout the morning. Thank you, Vinny.
All right. Thank you, Patrice.
Well, for more information about that hotspot, you can also check onto our website, foxbaltimore.com/morning. The summer months are coming, which of course means a lot of summer fun. But unfortunately, sometimes that rise in temperatures also comes with a rise in crime. If you ever find yourself in a sticky situation and you're not sure how to get out of it, we have some tips for you. Wayne McFadden is live at the Maryland Athletic Club in Harbor East for our hometown hotspot. And you all have self-defense classes there. Tell me about them.
Hey, how you doing? This is Wayne. We do a little bit of boxing. Got the Mac Assault class going on every Thursday at 12:15 or so. Also have the boxing class on Monday nights at 7:30 to 8:30, open to both members and non-members as well. But when you come in, you learn a lot about fighting, learn a lot of technical techniques here. You do a little bit of speed, agility, conditioning work as well.
Okay, so give me a tip on what I can do if I find myself in a situation I really don't want to be in.
Well, what we can do is you can work on some of your defensive movements. So you work on some of your counter-strike movements as well. I have Jen standing here with me right now. We're just going to do a basic 1-2 with a slip, 1-2 with a slip. So she's going to shoot her left jab in, She's going to shoot across. Now what she's going to do is kind of roll under. All right. So now she's working both offense and defense within that one cycle right there. So if we want pure defense, we just kind of be evasive, kind of get out the way. She's going to use a basic slip using a shoulder roll. Guard's going to be up. I'm going to shoot my jab. She's going to slide over to her right side. Slip. And that's a basic slip right there. Kind of get out the way. She can take a half step over, and she can fire back with a cross for an offensive movement right there.
All right, a couple of quick movements. That'll help somebody out there who's paying attention. Wayne, thank you so much. We're going to check in with you guys again for some more.
Welcome.
Well, for more information on the self-defense classes they do have at the Maryland Athletic Club, log on to foxbaltimore.com/. The summer months are coming and everybody's looking forward to that. But sometimes with a spike in temperatures, we tend to see a spike in crime. People aren't looking forward to that. If you do find yourself in a sticky situation where you need to use some of your life-saving skills, Sarah Rao is live at the Maryland Athletic Club in Harbor East for our hometown hotspot. You all have some moves and methods that people can use if they find themselves in trouble, right?
Yes.
All right, so tell me about them.
Basically, every scenario is going to be different, so it's important to just have some basic understanding of, some basic steps that you can take and some techniques that you can use that can adapt to a lot of different situations, but just keeping in mind that every situation is going to have different elements in play. A very basic thing to remember is we call it the ABCs of self-defense. A being avoid, which would be avoiding the situation, or if somebody's striking at you, avoiding the strike. But keeping in mind that if you avoid the first strike, there's probably going to be a second one coming. So I have Derek here who's going to demonstrate with me. So if he were to step in and punch at me, the B would be block.
Okay.
So I would block the strike. My C would be counter, because likely if he was going to strike me one time, he's going to try to strike me a second time. So I would block, counter. This is a really good counter to use. Take the heel of your palm and thrust it up into the nose. You're not likely to injure your hand doing this, and it's going to cause him to tear up and give you a window of opportunity to hopefully get away. So he strikes, I counter, could give him a good shove, back away a safe distance so that if he were to attack me again, I'd have a minute to react. Or if I can get away, I'll assess my surroundings and figure out which direction I want to flee to for some help or to get safety. Now, like I said, every scenario is different, but the important thing to keep in mind is it's often not going to play out that simply. You're probably going to need to throw a lot more strikes. He's going to be resisting me. So this simple one's not going to work. You're going to need 2, 3, and he's going to be coming at me as well.
Right.
So that's where your fitness really comes into play, because if I have the techniques and the knowledge of what I need to do in this situation, that's great. But if I don't have the ability to execute that, then I'm going to be at a really big disadvantage and probably not going to be as successful. So.
All right, Sarah, that was some great information. Thank you so much for that. And if people want to come and take some of these classes, we know that they can do it there. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hopefully that helps somebody.
Great, thank you.
Well, for more information about the self-defense classes at the Maryland Athletic Club, log on to foxbaltimore.com/morning. Again, that's foxbaltimore.com/.